Hi friends, I am doing a video update on week number 6. Sometimes I do like written reminders and updates, but this week I'm going to do videos. I think I'm going to try to do more videos more frequently because I think that tends to be a little bit easier. I can actually explain what we're looking at and what we're learning in class. So this week, Monday, it's a short week, which is kind of nice, so no school Thursday and Friday. You are looking, or we are continuing our conversation on the US and Canada and how we are connected. And we're going to look specifically at the theme of geography, movement. Okay, so we talk about movement as movement of physical beings, so like actually moving via car or plane or something like that from one place to another, but also movement of information. Okay, so specifically we're going to look at how we are connected through technology in the US. So this is an assignment that you're going to do. This is what it looks like when you open it. So it has the standard listed there for you, a website that we are going to use called the Connected States of America, and it tells you kind of what you're doing, okay? So it tells you what to do when you get to each tab. So when you open the website, this is what it looks like. It's pretty cool. And you'll be able to kind of play around with it a little bit. And at one point, it will have you type in your county, which is Sherburne. At least that's where our school is located. And you'll be able to change information. It's loading. It's kind of slow. Hopefully, it loads quicker on your computer. You can change information, so looking at data as far as cell phone goes and texting, and then looking at data as far as calling goes, and then also looking at population data. And I'm clicking too many things. It doesn't like me. There we go. So now we're looking at population. But notice it also says click a county to see its connections. So you can click, still loading. You can click on certain things, and it will kind of show you different things. And I have interactive maps that you can look at. But we're going to use this Connected States of America map, interactive map, to look at cell phone data and things like that. Super slow, sorry. Hopefully it's faster on yours. But we're going to look at how we are all connected. So on your assignment, you have the website link, and it will kind of walk you through step by step. So like click on the visual tab and look at the first map listed. So if you go back, you'll see there's a visuals tab, and you're going to look at the first map listed. So you just kind of walk through the directions, and it should be pretty self-explanatory. And then the last thing I have in here is super interesting. It's a video that I want you to watch, and it's about a location in the U.S. where cell phones are not allowed, and they'll explain why. So they work on these big, they're like telescope type of things, and they can't have any type of cell phone interference with the telescopes, so they're not allowed to have any type of like technology or anything in this small town where people work. So it's interesting just to see like their ways of life and how they communicate so much differently than how we're used to communicating in 2020 with all the different technology and things that we have. So watch that video, and then I want you to answer that last question. Okay, so you're going to fill out a couple things as you go when you work through this interactive website. So that is Monday. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to week 6. But that's what you're doing for Monday. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we are going to continue our conversation on Canada. So we just got our Canada maps done the other day, and we're looking at certain things. So now the theme of geography that we're focused on is human-environment interaction. So how does where you live impact your ways of life in different scenarios, okay? So I have a link here for my distance learners if you need this. You will get this one in class if you are a hybrid learner. Okay, so I'll have this handout for you in class, but we're going to look at a couple of different things related to Canada, and then you are going to pretend that you work for Target, and you're going to actually put a Target in Canada, and you're going to figure out where's the best location for that based on your maps that you already made and based on population and things like that. So our standards are listed here if you want to look at that. And I have all the directions kind of outlined in here too, and you're going to fill out some information as you go on here. So you basically just follow the directions, but the other thing I have in Schoology is different maps that are going to be helpful. So when you click on Maps of Canada, you'll notice there's a climate map, there's a population map, there's a land cover map. So when you're looking at putting a Target into Canada, you're probably not going to want to put a Target right up here, right? Because you can tell the population is very small and not enough people are going to shop there and buy your product, okay? So you're going to use some of these maps to make decisions based on where you want to put your Target. Same with climate. when you look at how hot or cold certain environments are, that might impact where you're putting certain businesses. It might not, but it might. And then land cover map is a good one. Thematic maps of Canada is there too. That one's really cool. This kind of just shows you how the land is, okay? So for another example, if it's straight snow and ice like up here and the population is very low, you're probably not going to want to put a target up there. So you're going to use some of these maps to help you make decisions in your assignment based on what the land looks like, what the population is like, and things like that. But if you open up this in its own tab, these thematic maps, it's kind of cool. Whoops. You can look at specific things. So for example, income. You can click income and choose Canada. Okay. So this is median household income. If you open it all the way up and click all the way in, it will give you a map. And this might impact your decision as well, okay? So keep in mind, people need money to shop at Target, and if they don't have that, you might not want to put that kind of resource there for them if they can't be consumers in that area. So that definitely might impact where you put your target. And you're going to have to give me reasons as to why you chose a certain location for your target. So in that link, there are a bunch of different maps that are kind of cool that you can search up. So population, labor, so looking at what kind of jobs people do, families and households. If you click on that, you can see like percentage of people living with their parents. That could be for all sorts of different reasons, right? So that might not impact your decision, but it might. Percentage of private households composed of one person. That might mean that they have less things to shop for, right? Because if they don't have kids or something like that, they might not buy as much. So that might impact your decision too. So a bunch of different resources for you in the map section. Okay, so you're going to be looking at those. We are going to do 2 days of this. Okay, so if you go back to week 6, you'll see we're starting it on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, you'll have a little bit of time, whether you're at school or at home, to finish it. And then, lastly, there is an exit ticket. So you will see on Wednesday it said complete the exit ticket, and here that is if you open that up. So you have to make sure that your Target in Canada assignment is done first before you complete the exit ticket. Otherwise, it's not going to make sense and you're not going to be able to fill it out accurately. Okay, so I have the standards listed, and then you're just going to answer a few questions, only 3, and then click submit so I can kind of test your knowledge on those standards. So that's what our week looks like this week. So nothing too crazy, a nice short week. But email me if you have any questions.